Here we are on Tensor Art. Now, there's a lot of tools in Tensor Art that you can use, but I'll be focusing on the online training and how to train your LoRA if you wanted to plug it into Comfy UI or whatever software you are using. So on the top right side, just to kind of show you where it's at, there's an online training button right here. So you can either click on that to bring you there, or you can hover over the create button on the very top and click online training. Now, once you're on this page, it's going to be selected on the image model. This big box right here is the data set of images that you're going to upload to train the LoRA. In this case, I'm going to upload a data set of my face. I did take 21 photos of myself, and I'm going to use it to train this LoRA to give you guys an example. So I'm going to drag and drop those 21 images into this data set and let it load. Now, while it's loading, I want to talk about the parameter settings. So on the right side, you'll see that there's a couple settings here or options you can select from. There's a button on the top right that says professional mode. If you click on that, it's going to give you more settings. I don't really mess with the professional mode because they recommend you not to touch it unless you know exactly what you're doing. There's a lot of stuff in here that I'm not 100% on, so I'm going to go back to the basic mode. And then once you're on the basic mode, you can select the model theme. Right now, it's selected on realistic. So depending on what kind of style you want, you can select that model. So if you wanted an anime style, you can click anime. If you want something else, you can actually go into the custom box right here, click on this use base model, and then it'll pull up all these different models that you can select from. So if you wanted to use Flux 1, you can use that, or you can use this Flux plus Pony. And there's tons of models that you can choose from to be the right style that you're kind of looking for your character. In this case, I'm going to use this Flux plus Pony Real F1D. This is the one that I use pretty frequently, so I'm going to select that one. Then under that, there's going to be two options. There's a slider that's for repeat and a slider for epoch. Now, if you guys don't know what this is, a repeat is essentially controlling how many times each individual image is shown during a single epoch. So the more repeats it has, the more it's going to be shown, or the more passes that it's going to go through within that epoch. So an epoch signifies one complete pass through the entire training data set. So through here on Tensor Art, one epoch is going to be 4 images. So once it goes through its workflow, the epoch will generate 4 images, and epoch 1 will have 4 images, epoch 2 will have 4 images, so on and so forth. It'll make a lot more sense once we get to that section, but I'm going to set this to 8, and then the repeat I'm going to leave at 20, and you can see that's going to use 294 credits to run this training. Now, for the trigger word, this is the word that you're going to use to call this LoRA. So in this case, I would put Bailey, and it would know exactly what I'm asking for once I train this LoRA. So once I grab this file that I use to plug into, let's say, Comfy UI, I can type Bailey is standing at a coffee shop drinking a cup of joe, instead of saying a young, handsome Asian man, hopefully I'm handsome to you guys, a young, handsome Asian man with light stubble, brown eyes, black hair, medium build is standing at the coffee shop drinking a cup of joe. So make sure you put a trigger word there. And then for the model effect, this is a prompt that you want to plug in to kind of describe the character. Now, a good way of getting a prompt is by using ChatGPT. So I'm going to jump into ChatGPT right now. So when you're in ChatGPT, what I would do is I would pull up one of your images, and I would actually drag and drop it into ChatGPT and ask it to create a prompt for the male subject in the image. So here's the prompt. I would just copy and paste this prompt into Tensor Art. So this prompt reads, a young Asian male with short, neatly styled black hair, clean and natural skin with faint freckles, wearing a black Nike t-shirt with thin white stripes. He has light facial stubble, straight eyebrows, and a calm, neutral expression, standing indoors with a soft, natural lighting, etc., etc., etc. So you can adjust this prompt how you want. I'm going to leave it how it is and then generate this image. So before you start the training, you want to adjust the image tags. Go ahead and click on the first image and adjust the tags. These image tags are automatically generated. So you have to go through every image to make sure that the training won't focus on the wrong subjects of the image. So the tags that generated was solo, shirt, black hair, one boy, brown eyes, upper body, male focus, striped, indoors, signature, black shirt, shadow, facial hair, realistic. So there's some tags here that I don't want. So for example, I don't want shirt. I don't care for the shirt. I don't want it to focus on the shirt. I do want it to focus on the black hair. I am a male, so one boy is fine. I want it to focus on the brown eyes. Upper body's fine. I want to get rid of the stripe because, again, it's part of the shirt. I don't care that it's indoors, so I'll get rid of indoors. Same black shirt, get rid of that. Get rid of the shadow. If you want facial hair, you can have it focus on that. So I will just get rid of that in the meantime. And signature, I'll get rid of that as well. Now, once you're done with the first image, just go to the next one and then go through every single one of these to make sure that you have it set exactly how you want. So I'm going to come back once I finish going through all of these image tags. So I just went through all of my images and I adjusted all the tags. I made sure all the tags are the ones that I wanted. So in this photo specifically, I have solo, black hair, one boy, male focus, realistic. So that's what I kind of wanted to focus on. If you go through all these other photos, like this one right here, I left in brown eyes because I wanted to focus in on the brown eyes of this image. I also wanted to focus in on the mouth so we can get that shape right. And upper body, I do have it focus on the upper body a little bit. But a lot of these images had shirt in it or black shirt, and I didn't want it to focus on the shirt itself, more so just the portrait image of my face. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of the image tags. And once you have gone through all the tags, you want to make sure that your parameter settings are set up correctly. I have it set up how I had before, so I have it in a custom base model. This custom base model is the Flux Plus Pony Reel F1D-Alpha. The repeat I have set at 20, epoch I have set at 8, and then the model prompt, I have the same one that I pulled up previously. So just plug it into ChatGPT and it should give you a prompt that you can use. Now go ahead and click Start Training and also make sure that you have enough credits when you're running this here. So I'm going to go ahead and click Start Training. Now it's going to start training the LoRA and I'll be back once it has completed this training. So the LoRA training is done. You can see that there are 8 epochs. Each one of these epochs has 4 images. And if you click onto one of these images, it'll actually just show you that picture and you can download that picture. But what you're wanting to look for is which epoch looks most like the model that you want. So some of these are really weird. Like this first one, this photo made me have some crazy stubble. So that doesn't really look like me. If I was to choose one of these, the best one that represents me would most likely be this last one. That's going to be the closest, I think. So if you wanted to take the last epoch, you can just click the download button on the very bottom. That's right next to the publish button. And then it will download that file. And once that file is done, I will show you what that file looks like. So after you've downloaded it, this is what the file looks like. It's going to be a .safe tensors file. And all you do is you plug this file into Comfy UI and your LoRA is all trained. So that is how you train a LoRA with Tensor Art. Hopefully this is something that was helpful to you guys. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. And like always, I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace.